always treats you like kings and queens.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala!
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. Saturday was the Ocala Christmas parade, and had a good time over there. And we were broadcasting, actually, from Hyers-Baxley Funeral Home, which was kind of cool. They assured me there was nobody dead in there.
No.
But they did bring us some pork sandwiches,
Yes,
some pulled pork sandwiches. And
I was wondering where you're going.
yeah, well, it was just the idea that, there's a barbecue sandwich in front of me. We're getting ready to talk to a guy on Monday about a pig. I thought, you know what? I think I'll just pass on this whole thing because the pig looks so cute. The pig is named Daisy, and the man who owns the pig is a storyteller named Farmer Miner. He's on the phone right now. Lee Schwartz is also in the studio. I'm guessing most of you knew that already because he was part of the last segment. The fourth annual Pig Out on Reading Tour happening Thursday, December 19th at 10 a.m. at the Bellevue Public Library, Thursday, December 19th at 3:30 p.m. at the Forest Public Library, Friday, December 20th at 10 a.m. at the Denellen Public Library, and then December 20th at 3:30 at the Marion Oaks Public Library before wrapping it all up, I think, right, at the big one, the big library, December 21st at 3 p.m. at the Marion County Public Library headquarters right on Silver Springs Boulevard. So it's taking a tour of Marion County. Farmer Miner with his pig Daisy, and he said he's got Daisy on his lap right now, right? Good morning, Farmer Miner. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry and Robin and Lee.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
We're calling from Roanoke, Virginia right now. We're getting ready to do some programs here today, and then we start south and look forward to getting down to some warm country.
Now, I was looking at a photo of Daisy. Daisy looks rather cute, so...
Daisy is very cute, and I hope all the people in Ocala are going to be, anxious to meet the world's most famous pig.
The world's most famous pig. We were debating this earlier because I was wondering, did Porky get knocked down a notch by Daisy? What happened?
Let's make it this way. Daisy's the world's most famous real pig. We got Wilbur and Porky and a number of made-up stories now, but Daisy is the real thing.
Oh, that's funny. Now, so do you want to tell us a little bit about Daisy? How old is Daisy?
I would love to. Daisy is now 5 years old. Daisy just turned 5 in October. And I'll back up a little. This is Daisy 2 who travels with us now. Daisy 1 was the first pig. Daisy 1 lived with us for about 14 and a half years. And Daisy 1 actually was a girl pig. Daisy 2 happens to be a boy pig.
Okay, now...
I tell people... Think Lassie. Lassie was a name.
Right. Yeah, they always say, was Lassie a boy or a girl? And I always say, it was a dog. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
So the question I have for you is, when you have a pig that lives in the house, is it trainable like a dog?
Oh, absolutely. They're actually one of the smartest animals in the world. They're very, very easy to train. They're extremely intelligent. They're one of the top animals.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, we love pork. In fact, Mrs. Miner, who is here with me in the van with our 2 pugs as well, who will be joining us at the library later in the week, we love our pork, but just not the one that sleeps in bed with us.
Oh, my goodness. See, I could never eat a dog. I have a dog. I couldn't eat a dog. So you have pugs and pigs. I mean, is there...
Pugs and pigs,
yeah.
right.
Anything that starts with a P and ends with a G. And 3 letters long.
You got it.
So you're coming to Ocala, and so we're looking forward to you being in our town. And there's a book about this, right?
Not a book about Daisy, although there are actually a couple books that have been written, but they're not published as yet. They may be down the road a bit.
Oh, okay. So how did Daisy become famous if there's no book?
Well, Daisy loves books, but Daisy only... The sad thing is the pugs only like pug books, so we have to have plenty of each. Daisy actually has the world's largest collection of pig books as well. That's another claim to fame. He has about 1,000 pig books, believe it or not. People send him books from all over the world.
Really? And how did this get started? I mean, how did this become something you're doing?
Well, I was in the corporate world. I wore a suit and tie for 30 years, and my office was in Hartford, Connecticut, our state capital. And a darn librarian actually got me started in this, just so Lee knows. I did a courtesy program for our Hartford Public Children's Library on a Saturday morning long time ago, and the librarian told me that it was something that I was meant to be doing, and I told her she was crazy, but she kept after me, and within a couple of years, I was on the road full time with the pig. So for the last 13 plus years, I've been traveling across the country with the pig.
Wow.
So does Daisy interact with the children when you come to tell the stories and things, as you read the stories to the children? Is that how that works?
Yes, actually, Robin, what happens is I tell people I'm a storyteller, but I'm a true storyteller. Mine are not made-up stories. Mine are all real about how Daisy 1 and Daisy 2 came to live with Mrs. Miner and me, and about their lives and how they got famous around the world. Some of the things that I bring with us, actually, are some of Daisy's library cards. Daisy has library cards from all over the United States.
Oh.
And has been in newspapers and TV all over the world, believe it or not. And we'll have a lot of fun stuff with us, and we're just very excited because we do programs pretty much from ages 2 to 102. We're getting ready now to go into a convalescent home here in Roanoke, Virginia, where we are today. And this afternoon, we're doing an assisted living facility in a nearby town as well.
Oh, and
all ages love the pig.
Yeah, I was going to say, that those people love that pig, right?
Oh, they do. We had a 102-year-old lady get out of a wheelchair so she could hug and kiss the pig.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. I hope I can do
very,
that.
very special.
Be kissed by a 102-year-old lady.
So does Daisy point to different things with her feet? Do you talk to her so she can answer?
Actually, primarily Daisy's interaction, although I have to save a few surprises because Daisy actually will be laying in his baby stroller, and the pugs will be laying in their matching twin baby stroller during the program. Daisy comes to life when it comes time for the treat, and it's pretty funny. And the prime interaction, though, one of the best parts is with the kids at the end of the program. The kids all get to pet the pig and the pugs and hug and take pictures. So I would encourage anyone who's coming to see our program, tell the parents to make sure they bring their cameras because there's lots of great photo ops.
Now, Lee, the books that are on the list of the Pig Out on Reading list here,
yes.
I mean, they're all about pigs, right? Are they all children's books?
I think most of them are children's books. I mean, some are for older children, like probably Charlotte's Web is on there. I haven't seen it, but
a Kiss for a Warthog, is that a children's?
That's a children's book, yeah.
And there actually is a book called Daisy, right?
I guess
Daisy by Elizabeth Coatsworth.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that's about a pig or not, to be honest with you. That's not one I'm familiar with.
Oh, so it's just on there because of
well, there was recommendations, I think, on there. But,
okay.
Could be.
You know, I read a good pig book the other day with my daughter. It was The Pig and the Princess. Have you read that one? Where a pig and a princess get switched at birth. It's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So I'm going to recommend that to Daisy when she comes.
And then there's Little Pig's Bouncy Ball. What was the one I saw here? Oh my goodness. Lady Lollipop, Jig Pig, Julius, Little Piggy Foo Foo.
Aw.
Here's the one. Mary Had a Little Ham.
Nice.
Yeah.
So are you?
There's so many good pig books, it's hard to believe. Actually, Daisy, I've just got to throw this in so Lee will appreciate this as a librarian. Daisy actually has Charlotte's Web books from a number of countries. We met the grandniece of E.B. White, who lives up in Massachusetts now, and she was quite impressed that Daisy had a number of very nice Charlotte's Web books, some limited editions, and Daisy has one that was sent to him from Sweden, one from Thailand, one from Croatia, and his latest came from Mexico. So now he has one from Mexico as well.
You know, looking at this huge list that we have here of all the pig books, it makes you wonder if pigs might be the most written about animal in children's books.
Boy, I don't know.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Huh. Now, why does Porky have no pants? Does anybody know why Porky has no pants?
That's the standard with pigs usually. Yeah.
Oh, really? Pigs never wear pants,
That's
right? But Daisy looks like she has a skirt on, right? Is Daisy wearing a skirt?
No, she's not wearing a skirt.
What the heck is that?
The only thing Daisy will have on is his harness. So, he's laying in a blanket.
Oh, a blanket.
Okay.
Pig in a blanket.
Yeah, this is the real pig in a blanket. That's right.
So how did you get the name Farmer? Obviously, Miner is your last name. So, but you said you were a businessman.
I'm a farmer.
Oh, you are a
I'm
farmer.
A farmer too. Yeah, in fact, that's really how I grew to love books as a kid, because I grew up on our family farm. It's been in our family for 125 years, actually. We're one of the older farms in Connecticut, and continuously operating anyway. And it was a dairy farm primarily when I was a kid, but we had apple orchards and cider mill and things like that. We still do the fall thing at our farm, and when you live on a dairy farm, though, you don't travel too much. So the way I got to travel as a child was by reading books. And our library in Bristol, Connecticut, where we live, is still very important to us. And it's just something that we try very hard to encourage children to read more these days. And we love libraries.
Okay, so I'm still stuck on your story. Okay, so a lady librarian suggests that you become a guy with a pig encouraging children to read.
We had the pig. We had the first pig at that time. The pig at that time was famous for kissing. However, we used Daisy One a lot in her formative years to raise money for our local Boys and Girls Club. Is the big fundraiser.
Oh, the Kiss a Pig.
And we did an annual Kiss a Pig contest,
okay.
and they raised money, and the top fundraiser got to kiss the pig.
So is this?
And
is your tour that you're on right now, and forgive me if this is stepping over that line, but is it of money? I mean, is this your living? Is this how you make money?
Yes, it is. This is my livelihood. The reason we're actually coming to Ocala, the first reason is my wife flew down a couple months ago, and we purchased an RV at America Choice RV, and so we're on our way down to pick it up because we're going to be traveling on our national tour in this RV.
Oh, wow, you're going whole hog now.
Oh, we are whole hog, is right. You got it. Yeah. Right. So we're looking forward to that.
Do you know, I used to be a dishwasher. And when you're a dishwasher, you have to scrape the plates, right? And put all the food that people didn't eat into the trash. And I was always told, don't put any bacon or any pork products in there because this is all going to a farmer and he doesn't want his pigs to eat other pigs. Is that because they won't eat it, or what's the story there?
No, they would eat it. You don't want pigs to necessarily get a taste for meat. Pigs will become carnivores, and they will eat meat. In fact, there are a number of stories. I used to subscribe to some farm magazines in the Midwest, and there are a number of stories where the farmers in some of these huge pig farms, hog farms, would feed those scraps from restaurants and such to their pigs. And if they got the taste of meat, it was pretty nasty because there are some stories about farmers who slipped and fell in the pig pens and all they found were bones.
Oh,
not a good thing.
That's a horror story.
That's
a pig. You should write that book.
Yeah.
I'll see that movie. Yeah.
The farmer that slipped.
Yeah.
We'll call it. All right. Let me just reintroduce you. Farmer Miner is our guest. Lee Schwartz is in the studio as our guest, and Lee, of course, the supervisor of the Bellevue Public Library. And Farmer Miner is a storyteller. And I want to find out about some of the stories you're going to tell. Farmer Miner is coming to Ocala with Mrs. Miner and with their pig Daisy. They're coming down in a van, but coming to pick up an RV, which the trip home is going to be awesome. The fourth annual Pig Out on Reading Tour happens here in Ocala beginning Thursday, December 19th. And I guess they'll be at all the libraries in Marion County? Are we leaving any out?
At these 5 libraries.
At the 5 libraries,
yeah.
okay. And we'll go over which libraries they are again. First, we do have a phone call. Let's take that call. Good morning. You're on the air with Farmer Miner.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I have a burning question. What happened to Daisy number 1?
What happened to Daisy? Yeah. What happened to the first Daisy?
Yeah, Daisy 1 passed away about 5.5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Was it involuntarily, or was it an old age thing?
No, it was an old age thing.
Old age thing, yeah.
But, okay, I'm glad to hear that anyhow.
No pulled pork from Daisy 1.
No.
Trying to get that vision out of the head, okay?
All right, thank you. That's a fair question. That's a good question, yeah. So tell me.
It is, and Daisy 1's ashes are on our mantle.
Oh.
Oh man. See, I wouldn't even eat pork anymore if I were you. I can't imagine that. You have no problem with it though, huh?
I love barbecue. I love roast pork. I love it all.
So tell me about the stories you tell. Now, you already told us that they were true stories. Where did they come from?
Well, the reason we first got Daisy number 1, the adults would recognize it as Mrs. Miner's empty nest syndrome, because our kids had grown up and left the house, the old farmhouse, to go off to school, and my wife was absolutely miserable. And she wanted a new baby to keep her company. Except guess what kind of baby she wanted?
Oh.
A piglet.
A piglet.
A piglet.
So Farmer Miner was not too happy about this idea, but she yells at me to this day because she said, it's my idea to get the pig in the first place, and now you take the pig and travel all over the country.
Yeah, you've become famous too.
Yeah, right. Well, I just get to go along for the ride. The pig's famous.
All right, let me take another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Farmer Miner.
Good morning, Farmer Miner.
Good morning.
I've often heard that pigs are a very intelligent animal. Is that true?
Yes. In fact, from what I understand, scientists think that after us humans, whales and dolphins are the most intelligent.
Oh.
And then chimps, then pigs.
Can you teach a pig to do tricks like, sit or roll over or shake a hammock or whatever?
You can teach pigs to do tricks very easily.
Very good.
And how long do they normally live, their life expectancy?
Probably 12 to 15 is most common.
Now, if you listen to PETA, they last about 6 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so you're going to be in town. This is kind of exciting. Are you inviting the newspapers and the other visual media?
Yeah, we sure are. We got very short notice on this because we just found out he was coming down, and it's been amazing because it really has cost the library nothing because he's coming to pick up this RV. It just fit into his schedule. And we thought the world's most famous pig we have to have, And so when you get a star like Daisy, you want to make it shine.
Yeah, and I love the connection between something fun for the kids to be present at and also encouraging them to read. It makes a really good story, a really good point for me. So I don't know about the stories yet. Tell me about the stories you're going to tell.
Well, I go into the background of how Daisy 1 and Daisy 2 came to live with us, because I'm going to be probably dealing with the younger kids on Thursday and Friday with some story time programs. And Lee, I think probably we're going to see 3 to 5, 6-year-olds at the oldest probably. Would you agree with that?
Well, at Bellevue, I know we're going to have 40 preschoolers in there, plus whatever adults want to come in too. So we'll have a good crowd for you on Thursday.
Yeah. And what I do, Larry, in this case, and Robin, is I'll tell kind of a shortened version because the preschool crowd doesn't have the same attention span when we're doing, the 6 to 12-year-olds.
Right.
And I'm going to tell them about how Daisy came to live with us. I've got a lot of fun pictures that I show with not only the pig and how the pig gets to be at home and interaction with the pugs that we have, and I have a tape of pig noises that Daisy makes.
Aww.
Daisy is, as you might imagine, a little bit spoiled. And Daisy's favorite thing is to, lay in our lap as we're traveling. And at home, he's a real couch pig. I mean, he doesn't want to necessarily go out. It's a pretty tough life to be the world's most famous
So is it?
breeding pig.
It says Daisy is a potbelly pig. Is that a Vietnamese potbelly pig? Is that, you always hear that term?
Yeah, I think that's kind of a misnomer, to be honest with you, because potbelly pigs originated in Asia. Actually, China has most of them. I think the reason they got the name Vietnamese, at least my hunch, is that some of the guys brought them back after the war as pets.
Oh, okay.
But they're indigenous to all of Asia, Southeast Asia.
Does Daisy have a theme song?
A theme song.
Right now, the theme song is "On the Road Again."
Oh, there you go.
We're just traveling so much of the year now.
Well, Lee, will you have some of those books on hand that the children can check out then?
For sure, yeah. We're gathering all our pig books as we speak, so they'll be ready. So when they get inspired by Daisy, they can take one home.
So you said you're empty nesters. Have the children produced any grandchildren yet?
Yeah, we have. We actually have 3 grandchildren. We have 2 up in Winchester, Virginia, that we just saw yesterday, and on our way down. And we're going to see our granddaughter in Raleigh, North Carolina, this evening. We're going to stop at our son and daughter-in-law's in Raleigh.
So are you getting this from the kids? Grandma and Grandpa are here. Yeah. So's the pig.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
Is Daisy getting more attention than you and Grandma?
I'm sorry. Is she what?
Is she getting more attention from the grandchildren than you and your wife?
No.
No,
that's not an issue. It
good.
really isn't.
Good.
No. I think our kids and grandkids think that my wife and I are kind of insane, to be honest with you.
Well, this is something wonderful that you're doing, traveling all across the country like this, just to encourage children to learn how to read.
Well, that's our prime mission. Although I have to say that it becomes more, and this morning, because we're going to be doing an assisted living facility and convalescent home, the mission in these facilities becomes reviving childhood memories too. So, Lee, tell your libraries, if you have any seniors, tell them to come to the program. They're welcome. All ages are welcome.
Well, we'll tell them right now. I know we have activities directors from the different assisted living facilities that listen.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea for a field trip on.
There's 5 locations, whatever's convenient for them.
Yeah, so we'll go over that real quick. There's one book called Toot and Puddle. Now, is that a problem with pigs?
Fortunately, it is not a problem with Daisy. Whether it is with others, I can't honestly tell you. But no, Toot and Puddle is a great series of books. If you didn't know that,
did not know it.
A number of Toot and Puddle books, yeah.
And this is a free event, Lee.
Oh yeah, at the library,
charge.
always free. Yeah, for sure.
Well, fun interview, Farmer Miner. Thank you for being on the air with us today. Travel safely, and so what are you going to do with the van once you get the RV?
We're hoping to be able to tow it behind the RV eventually. Mrs. Miner may have to drive for a while, but eventually we're going to wind up in the van.
See, I'd be afraid of going through a big city with that thing.
Yeah, we're going to work it out. By the way, I think that perhaps while we're down there, you all are on every day of the week, right?
Right.
I think if we have a chance, I'm going to talk to Lee, but I'm going to get directions to the studio. I think that Larry and Robin ought to kiss the pig while it's in Ocala.
Sure, you bring the pig in. That'd be awesome.
All right, we may have to do that one of these days.
I don't think the owners of the station would mind.
Maybe Joe would like to kiss the pig too.
Farmer, he might like it. Well, thank you again. So let me just recap. The Bellevue Public Library at 10 a.m. on the 19th.
It's Thursday, yeah.
Which is Thursday. Oh, that's this Thursday, right? The Forest Library, also on the 19th at 3:30 p.m. That's also this Thursday in Ocklawaha. And then on Friday at the Dunellen Public Library in Dunellen at 10 a.m. And also on Friday, the Marion Oaks Public Library at 3:30. And then Saturday at the Ocala Library headquarters on Silver Springs Boulevard at 3 p.m. And are you going to be at all of them or just the one in Bellevue?
I'll probably make it to Bellevue for sure, but then I think I'm going to bring my kids and go to headquarters.
Go to headquarters.
Yeah, on Saturday. Yeah.
Farmer Miner, again, be careful driving. Thank you for being on the air, and thank you for what you're doing. I think you're doing a great thing. If we can get children to learn. You know, Robin and I participated the last 3 years in an event called Kiss the Horse.
That's right.
And the money raised with that campaign was to teach adults who never learned how to read how to finally read.
Yep.
So
That's awesome.
So what you're doing is kind of preemptive to make sure the kids learn how to read.
Exactly. Good job.
That's wonderful. Mrs. Miner grew up with horses. She showed a number of horses as a young child, and so she loves horses. And we know we're coming to the horse capital of the world. I understand.
Yeah,
so.
you are.
She'll love it.
Any plans on retiring down here, or you like it in the snow too much?
I don't want.
Uh-oh.
But we would like to get out of the snow.
That's not sure what you said in the break there. Thank you, Farmer Miner, and we'll just again be careful, and we're looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you. Looking forward to meeting you all.
And you're definitely welcome in the studio. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get this stupid document notarized.
Well, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue